back Wednesday, November 23rd. Let's get into this recap for tonight. We're going to recap the games from last night. Obviously, we had the Brooklyn Nets going into Philadelphia. Philadelphia short-handed without Embiid, without Maxey, without James Harden still. The Nets coming in pretty healthy. They were very disappointing as far as the defensive focus. Ben Simmons actually played well. Philadelphia outlasts them. Tobias Harris helps them down the stretch. DeAnthony Melton, Shake Milton, Naz Reid all played tremendous roles last night. Philadelphia outlasts the Brooklyn Nets, sorry. I'm still stuck on New Jersey. All right, so the Pistons head to the full-strength Nuggets. They get Jokic back. They got Murray back. They got Aaron Gordon back. Pistons go in and put up a great fight all the way through. The Nuggets kept coming back as they normally do and as you would think they would. Pistons had great offensive ball spacing. Ivy just going coast to coast, put the Pistons up 66-64 with the speedy layup. So the Pistons outlast the Nuggets despite a great run at the end by the Nuggets, but they fall short. Pistons win 108-103, snapping their 10-game road losing streak and their overall losing streak. So a good win for the Pistons. Also last night in action were the Sacramento Kings. Again, in Memphis. They go in there. Memphis got his job back. Jaren Jackson Jr. is back. Dillon Brooks is playing well. And the Kings actually get this W. Another one, 7 in a row for the Sacramento Kings. They're red hot. Memphis, they're still trying to get everything together with Jaren Jackson Jr. back and Ja on his court at the same time. So good win for the Kings. They keep it rolling. They're absolutely red hot. And then the night game was the Lakers at Suns. Lakers, of course, still without LeBron. Phoenix still without Chris Paul, Cam Johnson, Landry Shamet. Pretty good game. Anthony Davis goes for 37 points, 21 rebounds, 5 assists, 5 blocks. A tremendous stat line. Played great. In the end, Mikal Bridges was just too much. He was just outstanding both ends of the court. Booker again leading the Suns. One of the top MVP candidates, in my opinion. Probably top 5. Where at? Not quite sure, but he's up there. Suns outlast the Lakers, 110-105, I believe was the final score on that one. 115-105, okay. So now, we're gonna go into tonight's games, and we're gonna move up our rankings. We're not gonna waste any time. Let's see here. Not playing tonight and down one spot to number 30 are your Houston Rockets. Still a good, young, exciting ball team. I mean, they're not tanking. I don't know any team that's tanking. From what I see, as I watch every team very closely, I don't see any team tanking. Rockets down here at 3-14, losers of 2 in a row. You're the last place team. The Pistons, with that great win in Denver, they move up out of the last spot, and they're up to 29. Great win. 4-15 is their record. Obviously not where they want to be at this point. I believe 3-15 when they came in was the tie for the worst start to the Pistons history. So that gives you a perspective on the Pistons start. Charlotte Hornets, you're steady at 28. This is where you've been for about a week. Just without Melo Ball. The other guys in and out the lineup. Record is 4 wins, 14 losses. Losers of 3 in a row. So as we're working our way up the rankings, we're going to talk about the games that come out tonight. The Pistons will be at Utah later on tonight. I think it's a 9 o'clock tip. So they got a chance to go back-to-back and get 2 very impressive wins. It's going to be tough in Utah. Utah's finally back home off that road trip. So We'll be watching that game tonight. Charlotte is in action also. They'll be hosting the Philadelphia 76ers. So they got a chance to get a victory also with Embiid, Harden, and Maxey out. Now we're up to 27, continually dropping, losers of 5 in a row. San Antonio Spurs. 6 wins, 12 losses. 3 in a row on the losing side. At 26, up 1 spot. They're up 1 spot because the Spurs dropped that far down. So the Magic, I really like what they're doing. I mean, they're still depleted, but they're doing a great job over there competing every night and giving themselves a chance to win. They have lost 3 in a row, but they are, out of these teams right here, the Magic, they're probably the most impressive on a day-to-day basis, game-to-game basis. Coming in at 25, down 2 spots and continually dropping, your Miami Heat, 7 wins, 11 losses. The Heat, they just cannot get anybody healthy. Their lineup is depleted. I mean, they're running with 7, 8 guys. They're bringing guys up from the G League. They're a mess right now in the injury department. Lost 4 in a row. There's nothing I can do but drop them down, and they're coming in at 25. Steady at 24, even with the loss in Phoenix last night. Your Los Angeles Lakers, 5 wins, 11 losses. Of course, that 1 loss in a row. Lakers, I mean, they play hard. They just don't have enough at the end to close down games. So you're coming in at 24 and up to 23 with that huge win at Boston 2 nights ago. Chicago Bulls have rose from 27 up to 23rd. Good to see them get back on track with a record of 7 and 10. Now they have a chance tonight in Milwaukee to get back-to-back wins against the top 2 teams in the Eastern Conference. Can they do it? I don't know. We're going to find out, but that would be a tremendous win for the Bulls if they would climb up at least 3 spots higher if they could pull that one off. Down another spot, Oklahoma City Thunder. I think they got as high as up to number 15. They're just falling down. They're kind of showing their youth now. Earlier in the season, they were really playing good ball, really competing and winning games and closing games out, even on the road. Not so much anymore. Thunder, you're down to the 22nd ranked team in the league. And down 1 spot also with the poor performance last night. Brooklyn Nets get down there back to 21. 8 wins, 10 losses. Kyrie's back. Ben Simmons is playing better. KD's still doing his thing. But that was just a disappointing loss last night in Philly. You're at 21. Inconsistency on the defensive end. Also down 1 spot. Got blown out by the Pelicans. Golden State Warriors. Now you're gonna say, well, they didn't have pretty much a whole starting lineup, and they didn't, but it's still a blowout loss, and that's the lineup they chose to put out there. So we're not gonna reward that. We're not gonna hesitate to drop them down further. So they have lost 1, a blowout loss, and they're down 1. That's as far as I'm gonna move them down. Up 3 spots, playing good ball, is your New York Knicks. Knicks break into the top 20 again. Let's see if they can stay there. They're 9-9, back to 500. Got that last win. Pretty impressive win. Mitchell Robinson's back. Barrett, Randall, Brunson, they all went off in that last game. I hope to see them continue that. I really like that trio. Okay, so we're moving on to the number 18th ranked team. A team decimated with injuries too. Still keep competing, but they're down 2 spots to number 18. Toronto Raptors with a 9-8 record. Lost 2 in a row now. I think they're getting pretty worn down, man, without Siakam, without Precious Achiuwa. A lot of their depth and their starters, they're starting to get worn down now. At 17, up 1 spot, Minnesota Timberwolves playing good ball. They have a tremendous matchup today. They're 9-8. They're over 500 now. 9-8. Winners of 4 in a row. They're on the rise. T-Wolves are going to be locking up with. Let's see here. Who do they play? I see the T-Wolves will be playing. Where are you, T-Wolves? Give me a second. Okay, so T-Wolves. Okay, they're at Indiana, which is a great segue because the Indiana Pacers are going to be coming up pretty shortly on this list. But Timberwolves at Indiana, that's a sneaky good game to watch. I think you're going to, if you tune in and out, then you're going to be highly appreciative of that type of basketball. It's going to be really good. Last 16 down 2 spots, Philadelphia 76ers. I mean, you won last night, but you're still without Embiid. You're still without Harden. You're still without Maxey. Good win last night. You are 9-8. Say, why do I drop them? I just, with that lineup, I don't see them ranking any higher than these other teams right now. So yeah, they do fall even with the win. The other teams are rising and actually just looking a little bit better than the 76ers. Their injuries are just, they're not seeming to get better. So we're going to be moving on into the top 15 now. Coming in at 15, down 4 spots, Memphis Grizzlies. Why are they dropping 4 spots? Well, they've lost 2 in a row to some Western Conference teams. Kings went in there last night, pretty much handled them. Grizzlies got it close, but the Kings pretty much controlled that game from the middle of the second quarter on. So, I mean, that's a heck of a drop, but they're still a really good team. But they're playing, you know, up and down. So they're gonna stay right there at 15 for now, and up, continually rising. Indiana Pacers, you are up to the number 14 spot with a 10-6 record, 5 wins in a row. You got Carlisle's got to be up there, man, for Coach of the Year. What he's doing with this team, it's really great. Great to see. All right, so up to 13, Washington Wizards, playing consistent. I didn't think they were. They are. They're playing good, consistent ball. So they are rewarded with the number 13 ranking and a 10-7 record, 2 wins in a row. Wizards moving up, down 2 spots, continually dropping. Your Dallas Mavericks, 9 wins, 7 losses. They really got to get back on track. It's not going to be easy tonight. They'll be in Boston tonight. Big matchup. I think it's ESPN matchup. So good game, good national game. They lose that, that's not going to be good for the Mavs. They really need to get on track. I know they're having some issues with their rotation and whatnot, but coming in at number 11, another team falling down 3 spots, Portland Trailblazers. Dame will be out tonight in Cleveland. That's going to be a tough game for them. They might be able to compete with Cleveland, but Cleveland is almost fully healthy. So Blazers, they're going to have a tough one tonight. They do have a 10-7 record, but they have lost 3 in a row. At number 10, up 2 spots, coming off that blowout win, New Orleans Pelicans. Pelicans, 10 wins, 7 losses also. So we'll see if they can keep that up tonight. They have a tough game tonight. They are going to be playing, who do we got for the Pelicans? Oh, they're at San Antonio, so they should probably keep that going. Spurs are going to give them a battle though at home. So that's going to be interesting to see if the Pels can just go in there and keep playing good ball. Zion looks to be playing. The only person that's supposed to be out is Troy Murphy III. So the Pels are coming in fully healthy. They should handle the Spurs. If not, that's going to be a bad loss for them. Up another 4 spots to number 9, LA Clippers. People are going to say, why you got the Clippers so high? Well, it's just who they beat and how they beat them recently. Yes, Paul George is out. Kawhi is even out tonight. But they do have an 11-7 record, and the rest of the team is playing better. Ty Lue, probably the best coach in the league in my estimation. So, Clippers, you are up at 9. No Kawhi tonight in Golden State. No PG. No Luke Kennard. So, they'll probably be falling because Golden State is going to be fully healthy tonight. Clippers at Warriors. That's your nightcap on ESPN. So, the Warriors are going to be coming in fully healthy. They're going to want this win very bad. Probably blowout. I'm not going to say blowout fashion. No, I'm not going to go there because the Clippers played well. Powell, Reggie Jackson, Terrence Mann, Zubac, Morris. So they got enough to keep it decent. But the Warriors should outlast them fairly easily at home. Should. Okay, down 3 spots. Even though they're back fully healthy, they're coming off that loss to the Pistons, Denver Nuggets. 10 wins, 7 losses. Also, you got quite a few teams here: 10-6, 9-7, 11-7. So a lot of teams log jam right there with that 10-7 record. Okay, so they lost that one to the Pistons. Up to number 7, and it is the Atlanta Hawks, dropping 1 spot. Lost at Cleveland a couple nights ago. They were relatively healthy, but the Cavs were just too much for them in the end. Really good matchup, though. I wouldn't mind seeing Atlanta and Cleveland in a 7-game series, to be honest with you. Really good matchup between guards. Your number 16, down 3 spots, Utah Jazz. They were up to 3rd. They fell down only to 6, 12-7. 12-7, just lost that one recently. And up to number 5 with 7 wins in a row. I didn't know they were going to go on the road and beat Memphis last night. I wouldn't have bet on it, but what an impressive win. Sacramento Kings, you are the 5th ranked team in the NBA with a 10-6 record. 7 wins in a row. Impressive wins also. Sacramento look to keep that going later on tonight. Or are they off? I believe they're off, yeah. No, they're not off. They are in Utah. No, the Kings are in Atlanta. Look, so we got the number 5 and number 17 locking up tonight. That's going to be probably the game of the night. Kings and Hawks. I'd probably rather watch that over any other game out there, just to see if they can keep that streak going. That's going to be a tremendous matchup. Kings at Hawks. Wow. All right. So number 14, Cavs. Just loaded. I mean, the bigs, the guards, Murray, Garland, Allen, Mobley, Okoro, Stevens. I mean, Osman. They're getting production from everybody. They don't even have LeVert back. But Cavs, they've won 3 in a row. They're back on track. I'm high on the Cavs, anyways. I just love their lineup, how their team's built. The number 1 team in the Western Conference, standings-wise, is the number 3 team, the Phoenix Suns. Just playing good ball, really good ball, moving the ball defensively, rotating fast. Excellent job out there. I mean, they're doing well. So I have to put the Suns in at 3. Now this is where it gets a little tight. It's tight right here with the Suns and Cavs, but now the number 1 team and number 2 teams are just getting tighter. And I didn't think it would at this point, but Ja Rule Holiday is back. Chris Middleton is a game-time decision tonight. He could be back. Bulls are going to have a tough fight to go in there and keep it competitive, but let's see if they can. Chris Middleton may be back. Bucks may be closer to fully healthy as average in the season, but you are still ranked 2nd. Not enough at this point to overtake the number 1 team in the league. Still coming off that loss in Chicago, but they've done so much this year on the road, at home, 13-4 record, best in the league. Still lost at Chicago. They're holding on to the number 1 spot, but it's very close. It's very close. Tonight, we can see a lot of movement within the top 10. The Celtics, if they can hold on and beat the Mavericks, they'll hold on to the top spot. But they could easily lose also. The Bulls, I think they want that game with the Bucks very bad. So we'll see if they're going to give it their all. So tremendous slate tonight. Bulls, Bucks, Celtics, Mavs, Hawks, Kings. Those are the 3 highlighted games. Those are the ones you want to watch. So sneaky good games, like I said, Pacers and Wolves. You're going to want to keep track of that one. That's going to be a tremendous game. I want to check out the Pels and Spurs also. I just want to see if the Pels are going to roll over the Spurs. If they are, they could be moving up because I just like the makeup of their team. It's really good. Can the Pistons go into Utah and win back-to-back games out there in the Mountain West? We'll see. I doubt it. They're short-handed. What other good games we got tonight? Those are the main matchups I want to keep an eye on. So these are the updated rankings. Celtics barely holding on to the number 1 spot over Milwaukee. Suns solid at 3, leading the West. Kings skyrocketing up to 5, and they're playing Atlanta tonight. What a great matchup. So let's keep an eye on that. Blazers and Cavs. Can the Blazers compete with Cleveland tonight? Keep an eye on that one. Also, I want to see if Cleveland still looking like they were the last few games. I believe they will be. So that's tonight's slate. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you like this content, like, subscribe. You're free to leave comments. All comments are good comments to me. So if they're controversial, you don't agree with this, that's fine. Put it down. Maybe you're right. Maybe you have a good argument. So I hope everybody has a good pre-Thanksgiving day. Enjoy the NBA tonight, guys.